Hi, we're in Bandon Dunes today, and we're talking to Director of Agronomy, Ken Nice. Hey, Ken, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Ken.
Good. Well, hey, thanks for having me out here.
Yeah.
This has been an unbelievable experience touring this property with you, seeing all your golf courses. We got 5 golf courses,
5 18-holes.
5 18-holes.
And then one 13-holer called Bandon Preserve.
Yeah.
And then we also have a 9-hole complimentary par 3 course that anybody can play.
Yeah.
So we have public come and play for free there.
Yeah.
And that's also associated with our practice center, which is about a 35-acre practice center.
Boy, quite an operation, and you oversee all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, great. And how many superintendents do
We
you
have 7 superintendents total,
Yeah.
and great team, great staff. Makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
So we all try to do our part.
Yeah.
And it works well.
Yeah. All right. So what I want to talk about today is maybe not necessarily one specific BMP, but sort of your style or your philosophy when it comes to working with the environment and making choices for pesticide applications,
Sure.
fertilizer applications.
Yeah. Well, first, by the very nature of us being a links facility.
Yeah.
Links golf, I think, lends itself to kind of a minimalist approach because our philosophy in general is firm, fast conditions.
Right.
So in doing so, you're trying to limit growth rate and
Yeah.
just get it to a sustainable level and create a good surface. So I think the big question all of our superintendents, including myself, try to ask ourselves is, what we're applying, is that necessary at this time? I mean, is this something that we have to do, or is this something you want to do just to make yourself feel better?
Right. Or because the calendar says.
Yeah. And I think one of the things, when a young superintendent or a young turf professional comes out of school, you've learned all these things and you want to do stuff. You want to apply things. I think the discipline of having a links facility is really question what your applications are. Make sure that that's a necessary application, and if it's not necessary, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't apply.
That's right.
So,
right.
and then we kind of tend to concentrate more on certain cultural aspects, like our top dressing program, our aerification program, just, that comes along with it, that those cultural practices are every bit as important. We're trying to maintain a level growth level that's not out of control, that's just what we want, and then try to minimize organic buildup through our top dressing.
So you said something interesting earlier about the philosophy and that we're not trying to grow big crop yields.
Yeah,
so tell me
yeah.
about that.
I mean, I think we're agriculture, you really are trying to optimize your yield. That's a commercial product that ag has to do. And golf is very different in the fact that we're just maintaining a surface for a game. And that doesn't mean that needs to be growing out of the ground and yielding a ton of clippings. We want to basically sustain a growth level that is good for the surface we're trying to create, which in our case is firm and fast, and then nothing beyond that. It needs to be able to sustain the wear of our maintenance practices and the wear of golfers. And then beyond that, it's just excessive growth.
Yeah, and it seems like some superintendents get caught up in trying to push that grass and getting too much growth, and really they're working against the quality of their end product.
And it starts to kind of have a snowball effect where now you have to mow more frequently. So now you're using more diesel and you're adding to the carbon footprint.
That's
of
right.
things.
That's right.
So,
and your plant becomes more lush, more susceptible to disease, right?
And
All
on
those.
it. So it kind of drives that, and that, not only does it impact what you're putting into the ground, into the soil, and potentially into the waterways, but now you're also having to spend more time mowing, more time maintaining things just to stay on top of that growth rate, which again, is unnecessary use of fuel and time and labor.
Well, that's great. I want to thank you for having me out here and giving me the tour.
It's a great story. I'm glad your end destination was with us, so we're honored to have that.
Well, thanks so much, Ken, and hopefully we'll see you for a round of golf out here someday.
Yeah, well, that would be the idea.
Okay, great. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah.